Hello. Welcome. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about caricature 102. You've heard caricature 101. There are numerous caricature 101s. I'll tell you what they say, and I want to just take things a step further if you haven't already thought in these terms. But I want to talk about caricature 102. Or 201. Yeah, 102. My name is Aaron Philby. I'm a caricature artist, and I'm doing this on my big sketchbook here. I'm inspired to do this right now, so I'm going to give it a shot. I'm adjusting the camera even though it was already perfect. Caricature 101. I see it being, I'm treating it like the way that caricatures are often taught to people who want to learn about caricatures. It's taught in this way, basically. I'm going to take that. I'm not going to throw that away. I'm going to take that and take it a step further. You may already have an understanding of 102 way of looking at things, but maybe you don't. So what is a feature? A feature is, let's say, a nose. A nose is a feature. An eye is a feature. A mouth is a feature. Those are definitely features. I'm not going to go against that definition of feature. Let's keep that. So when you look at a face, imagine there's a face right here. You look at the face, and then you're going to break it down and look at the features. Because when you break something down into smaller parts, and you address those parts step by step, then the problem isn't so intimidating, the problem of a completed piece. So if you consider the nose, Caricature 101, in the best cases, says, look at the nose. What type of nose do they have? And then you're thinking about different types of noses. So let's draw right here some different noses that you get from the cartoon language, okay? Let's do it like that. So there's a nose, okay? Here's another type of nose. Here's another type of nose. Here's yet another type of nose. Okay, here are some different mouths. I'll put another one. So we have 4 and 4. So these are very typically thought of as features. Everybody, artist or not, thinks of nose, mouth, and eyes as features. Okay, and then let's add one more feature to the list. Let's say facial outline. Now, this is where I want to make that transition to caricature 102, because a lot of times facial outline is called face shape, but I want to make face shape be something else. I'll explain. First, I'll show you what facial outline is. It could be in profile, it could be straight on, but so I guess we could just even throw ears into that. Okay, so there's a facial outline. And really, all these features I'm drawing, you really must know that they're arbitrary. If you think anything besides that, you're going to get really distracted from the main point. So these are facial outlines, okay? And we'll call that another feature. But the main point I want to do is distinguish between facial outline and face shape. In face shape, I want to make something completely different from what this is. If you choose one of these, and if you choose one of these, and if you choose one of these, and if you choose one of these, you have all the pieces for a face. Now what's often taught is this. A second procedure comes into play. And this procedure is placement and size proportions. And this is also where exaggeration is introduced, okay? So placement and size proportions. So what that means is you look at you decide, for instance, where should the nose fall on the face? Is it close to the mouth? Is it close to the eyes? Is it somewhere in the middle? Are the eyes close together? Are they far apart? Is the mouth down here? Is it up here? Placement. And of course, size proportions means of these features, what's the biggest one? What's the smallest one? If the nose is big, is it huge compared to the mouth, compared to the eyes? You have to look at your subject that you're looking at and decide about the size of the features and the spacing between them. And that's a different issue from choosing the features themselves, choosing what type of feature, okay? So for example, I'm going to draw the same face as I did at the bottom, but with some different proportions. So we're observing that in the subject, and then we're taking that down. We're showing that. So that's where the exaggeration usually comes in. Size of the features and spacing between the features, okay? But caricature 102 is this. It is, I'll just sum it up right away. It's treating the size and proportions of the features as another shape. I think I can show you what I mean. So just as you might consider the nose and then think about what type of nose you're seeing in the subject, you can look at the person's face and consider what type of face shape they have. And so this is where I'm using face shape in a different way than it's typically used. And that issue would be dealt with in exactly the same way that these other issues are dealt with. So it's important to consider this aspect as well.